These are the latest and greatest hunters in the game. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman coming to you today with a 100 tier list for January 2025. So guys, the latest update just hit and we finally got Esil Radiru and the fire meta patch. So who are the new best hunters in the game? What hunters do you want to use? What hunters do you not want to use? We're going to talk that and more. But before we talk a single thing, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss a live or an upload. Now, if you want the lowdown on all these other hunters that you see currently pre-filled in, go ahead and just check out the last tier list and then that'll get you from there. But let's go ahead and get started talking about CHOI JONG-IN. In my last tier list, I had CHOI JONG-IN in between Libor and Limte in the could be useful category. But with this newest update, CHOI JONG-IN is going to finally move up a tier, but it's not going to be too crazy. We're just moving it up one tier right next to Silvermane Beck and in between Shimazu Akari into that beneficial category. So here's what I'll say. CHOI JONG-IN did not get any buffs specifically to himself, but with the release of Esil Radiru, honestly, if you guys do start to run CHOI JONG-IN, you will see a insane return to your fire team. Not only does running CHOI JONG-IN with a high advancement Esil boost the entire team, but CHOI JONG-IN also has his own defense decrease. So if you guys end up running Iron on a hunter mode battle, you can stack CHOI JONG-IN's defense decrease with Iron's defense decrease, which is even more ignore defense. So really, CHOI JONG-IN is a very good character. Don't think that B for beneficial means anything less. Honestly, the beneficial characters are probably the best bang for your buck characters, but CHOI JONG-IN finally gets his respect, finally moves up a tier. The next hunter to talk about is going to be lovely lady Emma LAURENT. So Emma LAURENT, honestly, she spearheaded the top of the A rank tier list in my last tier list video, but in this case, she is actually going to drop to the end of this tier list. Now, here's what I'll say. Emma LAURENT honestly is still a superb breaker. She honestly has one of the craziest A5s in the game, but again, with the release of Esil, she honestly is not needed as a break support because Esil honestly does some insane break. She has insane gimmicks when it comes to her break state, but you can see still good returns running Emma LAURENT in a fire team. But honestly, guys, if there's a hunter to drop, it has been Emma LAURENT. Don't think you guys can't still run her with Esil. If you guys still have high break gauge bosses, you can obviously still run them both and see good returns from there. Now let's talk about a character that actually thoroughly shocked me. The hunter GINA might make one of the craziest leaps we've seen in tier list history. So GINA in my last tier list, she was in the C ranking and actually she was at the bottom of the C rankings, but GINA is actually going to move all the way up next to Emma LAURENT in that A rank category. She's going to be a could max character. Now, I'm not saying you guys need to max out GINA because honestly, the A5 is nothing really to, need from GINA, but that advancement 4 that's going to increase all team members defensive penetration by 4% and then an additional 4% for your fire team members is something to note. You're definitely going to need that in that new Workshop of Brilliant Light mode. So with that, definitely GINA has become a way more useful character. And what I will say is that GINA's weapon is actually a very insane weapon that I did acquire recently, and I saw insane returns to my fire team to GINA herself. GINA herself can do a nice amount of DPS as a support character. So her exclusive weapon is going to increase her attack, and then she's going to also recover MP for the entire team. And then when she does recover MP for the entire team, it's also going to increase her team members' attack and their fire damage by a certain amount, and this can stack up to 10 times. So if you have the ability to max out GINA's weapon, you will see very great rewards, and honestly, she can definitely surpass Emma LAURENT in that regard. But for now, GINA does make it to the A category. Now I think it's time to get controversial. Move on up because there's a new S rank among us. SOOHYUN's going to be moved up to the must max category. I can't believe it, but yes, guys, I do think you guys should max out SOOHYUN. Right now, I am seeing insane amount of EPS. I'm seeing insane numbers from SOOHYUN herself. Honestly, the buffs from the other fire team members are cool, but SOOHYUN has always been a character that can stand on her own. But now with this new added support, she goes from the beneficial to the must max category because she is reliant from that DPS, from the buffs from GINA and Esil. You will see SOOHYUN dominate the field unimaginably. And who would have thought that SOOHYUN would be a character in the must max category in this day and age? But we knew that the fire meta was going to come, but we didn't know it was going to come for SOOHYUN. But here she is, guys. At advancement 5, it increases the damage of kill shot and hellfire by 6% for each instance of magic reaction on the target suffering from magic reaction. And this can be up to a 120% damage increase. So with that, she has an advancement 4 that's going to increase her attack by 12%, an advancement 3 that's going to also increase her attack. So all in all, guys, you definitely want to utilize SOOHYUN to the best of your potential. Max this character out and you won't regret it. And then there was the Radish clan supremacy has come, and honestly, Esil Radiru is going to make it into our A tier. She's going to be the highest could max character, and here's what I'll say, that Esil, if you've invested into the fire team, she's definitely going to be a must max for you guys. But for everybody else, I do think that she's a could max character because honestly, low advancements of Esil can see very good rewards. And what do I mean by this? Honestly, I'm talking about that advancement 2, which is going to increase the entire team member's attack by 3% for every fire team member in the party. And then her advancement 3 is also very gimmicky. It's going to start her power gauge at 100%, meaning she's going to have her ultimate when she enters the stage. And then when she does do her lance throw moves, it's going to charge her power gauge and then decrease the cooldown of her ultimate. And then when her ultimate hits a target that's break gauge is below 10%, they will instantly be put in a break state. So honestly, at advancement 3, you're looking at some very good bang for your buck when you do run Esil Radiru, but definitely this is a character that you could max, and there's a character that you're gonna want to max eventually because we know the characters to come. We're talking Kane, which is the teacher of Amami Amire, so we know that the fire meta is actually just getting started, and the fire meta right now is looking pretty insane. Keep in mind, we didn't even talk about Esil's A4 or A5, so let's talk about it. At advancement 4, the team member's defensive penetration will increase by 4% for every fire team member in the party. This can stack up to 3 times. So when you're already playing with GINA and SOOHYUN, you're getting that 12% defensive penetration increase for your entire team. So imagine a character like Kane drops that specializes in defensive penetration, because for some reason the entire fire team is always wrapped around some type of defensive penetration. So an assassin character that can deal defensive penetration might be insane. So very much we're looking to see Kane be insanely used. And then at advancement 5, when the user uses Death Rush Enhanced, Lance Throw is activated 1 additional time. When Lance Throw hits a target within 10 seconds while they're in the break state, it will trigger Prey on the Weak instead of Prey, and then this will also enhance Esil's Prey on the Weak effect. And now the enhanced version of Prey on the Weak allows you guys to have increased damage to your target's fire damage, and their damage taken increase by 0.3%. This can stack up to 100 times, meaning guys, you can get upwards of 30% fire damage increase and 30% damage taken increase on your opponents at 100% uptime. This is insane. This is one of the most insane advancement 5s. Honestly, this is a crazy buff. So if you're going to invest into the fire meta, you definitely want to do it now. So it's actually a very good thing that Esil dropped first, because when Kane kids drop, honestly guys, you will see the use almost immediately. But guys, with that, what do you guys think of the Hunter tier list for January? Go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.